This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Hey, this is Travesty.
I'm Awkward Colin.
And I'm Geekcast Joe.
And we're from
This Freaking Show.
The weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. Our show, we talk about topics such as sports, technology, the random bullshit that no one really cares about, and of course, friendship.
I thought you said things people didn't care about.
Oh yeah, I guess friendship falls into that.
Anyway, you can find us at thisfreakinshow.com or on iTunes by searching This Freakin' Show.
Man, my balls itch.
What the?
Are you tired of wasted Friday nights? Clubbing with friends and hot chicks like me?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, well, you would be because you go out all the time clubbing. I'm not allowed to go to the clubs.
This is true.
Are you sick of fun conversations at the bar with hunky bartenders?
No, not really, because I'm a dude.
You know what? I am sick of it because they always try to pick me up for some reason, Johnny.
Sounds like you need to spend an evening in the park, drinking with Neil and Johnny.
I love drinking in the park with you, Johnny, even though you're the one that does most of the drinking, or all of it.
Dude, thanks for buying the rounds. I mean, you know, it's really good of you. You're a good friend.
You're my best friend.
No, we're good. We're friends. We're good friends.
Best friend.
We're like acquaintances, really.
You're my best friend.
Is the liquor store still open? Because maybe we should do another run.
Anything for my best friend.
Thanks, friend.
Best friend.
Thanks, bud. Okay, great.
Best.
Join Neil and Johnny every Friday night as they talk about stuff while drinking in the park. Listen on neilandjohnny.com, droidscanada.com, and on the Tangent Bound Podcast Network. Bananas.
Alright. It's about comic books and movies. Growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Man, that sucked. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Yeah. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again. Please, God, no. Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts. He wrote scripts. All right here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad. It's bad. It's the history of bad. So bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 123. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
And that's it.
We're alone. We're alone in the studio.
It's kind of spooky. Except for my dog. You might hear the dog. Blake is not here this week. He's on vacation.
He's on extended leave.
He will be back next week.
So thank you for joining us, and that'll be our program tonight.
Yeah. Wait, no, we're not done. We're not done.
I knew it was going to be short. No. I just thought we'd wrap up right now.
Blake will be back next week. I believe the rumor is from HR that he was suspended 2 weeks because something about gas mask and an illegal substance, but I'm not sure exactly.
We don't know.
He was supposed to be drafted pretty high, Blake was, and, well, he fell in the podcast draft.
Podcast draft.
He almost got picked up by a graphic novice.
But then they realized that they got a time limit on how long they have, and
I got 10 more episodes, 15.
They didn't want to throw money at people in the draft.
I mean, seriously, let's talk about this real quick.
They passed all their draft picks.
Well, that's true. They'd let the time expire. What does graphic novice? I mean, Nickel. Yeah, he's on 18 different podcast guests, but VF, what does he have? He doesn't have kids. So he doesn't have that much time taken up. He has chickens.
Do you know how long it takes to raise chickens?
I know. Let me explain this to you. I wanted to raise chickens. Some ordinance says we don't have enough land, unfortunately, in the area I'm at. But with chickens, I thought that would be kind of fun. You know, we could have the eggs and everything, and I'm more, all natural. That's great. And then listening to him, that's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. I don't think I want to do that.
There's work to raising animals.
Well, yes, I understand that, but with chickens, it's a lot of work for like one egg a day.
Yeah, that's why you get multiple chickens.
Yeah, but then that's more work. They got to clean up their shit.
Oh, come on. It's probably not much more work between one chicken and like 5 chickens.
My issue is clean up the shit on the bottom. I clean up my dog shit. That's enough I need.
Well, okay.
And I clean out the fish aquarium for my son. He helps me. But that's enough. I don't know if I can handle the chickens.
That's why you need to get a filter system in your aquarium.
I do have a filter. But you still have to clean it out about once every month and a half.
I thought you were complaining. Oh, okay.
It's easy because it's got the tube.
Yeah.
And you just suction it out. It's not bad at all.
You're making it sound like every day I'm out there scooping fish poop out.
Yes, every single day. It's the cleanest fish tank out here. So yes, anyways, moving on. This is like old school, the first 17 episodes. I'm scared. We saw Captain America Civil War. Civil War.
Not together.
No, we saw it separately. I barely made it yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so we had some issues. I was supposed to podcast with Nickel and the chaps at 365. I apologize, that did not happen.
Oh, you dissed them.
No, there's some not major stuff, but there's some stuff that went on, so it couldn't work. So we did not do it. We are rescheduling it.
Okay.
So we can do Street Fighter 2. So there you go.
Street Fighter 2?
Or Street Fighter, sorry, the movie Street Fighter with Jean-Claude. I apologize to those guys. They were great, but we're going to redo it probably the next couple weeks or so. But anyways, so I saw it late Sunday. So Sunday afternoon, late Sunday afternoon. When did you see it?
I saw it Saturday morning.
Was anyone there?
Oh, yeah, it was almost full.
I saw it in the afternoon Sunday, later in the afternoon, and it was sold out. So...
Yeah, when I bought my ticket, we got assigned seats or whatnot, and the only reason I got a good seat was because it was one seat in the middle of everything that was already sold out, so only people going alone would buy those seats, and I said, I don't need people to go with me. I'm going to enjoy this movie regardless if I'm alone or not.
I actually enjoy watching movies by myself.
Yeah.
I really do.
Like I said, I went and saw a Lego movie by myself. It seemed a little creepy because...
Still creepy. It doesn't seem. It is creepy.
Walked into, everyone there with their kids, and I'm by myself. I'm like, but it's a great movie.
For a second, I thought about watching The Jungle Book by myself yesterday. I thought, that's going to be kind of creepy. But I do want to see it.
I want to see it, too.
Civil War. I went in.
Oh, first off, are we doing spoilers?
We can do some spoilers. That's what I was going to say.
All right.
If you haven't seen it, just kind of fast forward a couple minutes, or just be careful. You don't have to fast forward. We won't go big spoilers.
Yeah, but I'll go back in and edit the time. So fast forward it till the 31-minute mark. Then you'll be fine.
Maybe we'll do a spoiler ahead. I'll say spoiler coming up. We'll do a non-spoiler until we say it. Yeah. So Captain America: Civil War. Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay.
Really liked it.
Of the 3 Captain America films, what rank is it?
I think it's 3 of the 3 Captain America films.
I agree. I thought Captain America: Winter Soldier is the best, and then the first one. But I go back and forth because
I honestly really like they're different movies. The first Avenger was a completely different movie than pretty much everything else in the Captain America or the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe. So it's different enough and it's great, but it's different enough that it feels, you can't really compare it to the others.
I liked the first Captain America because it was a period piece.
Yeah.
And I like that. It was different. FX was playing it on cable a lot this week.
They were.
And I kept watching it like bits and pieces. And still, why do you want to kill Nazis? I don't want to kill anyone, sir. I just hate bullies. That's awesome. Winter Soldier exceeded it. Civil War was good. I liked how there was no real bad guy in it. There was a bad guy. Little spoiler is Baron Zemo, future Baron Zemo.
Yeah,
but he was manipulating everything.
Yeah.
That was the only. He was a bad guy, but he wasn't like the big bad guy they have to beat up at the end.
Well, he's not the guy who, you fisticuffs or whatnot. Correct. He's just the man behind the curtain pulling the strings type big bad guy.
Can we get him and the Red Skull to join up? Can we bring the Red Skull back?
Oh, didn't they kill him?
No, he just got transferred somewhere else in the world, the galaxy, universe.
I don't even remember.
The Tesseract.
I thought it just that transfer, I thought it disintegrated him.
Yeah, from what I read online, it just sent him somewhere.
Oh.
I want to see him show up in Thor Fraggle Rock.
Ragnarok.
It's Fraggle Rock. I just want to see him show up in the background. Yo, hello, still here. How great would that be if Thor's the main villain, the guy behind it all is Red Skull because he got transferred to them?
That could be.
It's not, but I like that idea. They said Thor Fraggle Rock is going to take place the same time as Civil War.
Yeah,
that's why
Thor and Hulk aren't in it because they're too busy doing something else.
And plus, it's probably petty things for Thor. He probably doesn't care.
All right. I gotta ask.
Yes.
What was your opinion of having 14 superheroes in the movie, or however many it was?
It was okay. It was a little much.
Yeah, it kind of felt overkill, and I think that was... And that's... I'm kind of like, oh, it was my favorite scene, but it was also my least favorite scene, where, they're all fighting, and it's like, okay, this is just too much, but it is cool.
It's cool seeing everybody fight.
Yeah.
Because they teased you a little bit at the beginning of the airport scene, and then they really went at it.
Yeah.
And my issue was there's so many people that kind of disappeared. Like Vision, where was he half the fight? I didn't see who he was fighting. I felt like he was over in the corner baking something. I don't know where he was doing.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he was doing stuff. They cut to him every
and then he would show up like, hey, I can fight you now. It's like, well, where were you the last 10 minutes of this fight?
I'm fighting somebody else.
Nah, bullshit. I liked Spider-Man in it. I thought he was a fun fight scene.
I liked how they handled Spider-Man, but I honestly thought it felt like, hey, we can get Spider-Man, so we're throwing him in here.
Yes.
There was no need for him to advance the storyline, and it felt like an added scene.
Who would you have rather have had if you didn't have Spider-Man? You have to pick somebody.
Nobody. Well, okay. I'm just saying, you just don't need somebody.
Who was Stark's secret weapon if it's not Spider-Man?
He didn't have one if it's not Spider-Man.
Well, I'm just saying if you had to pick.
But he didn't. They wouldn't have wrote, "Oh, I have a secret weapon" if they weren't putting Spider-Man in there.
They did say today that the Russo brothers, who directed this, they've done 2 for 2 so far. Yeah. They said Wasp was originally going to be in it with Ant-Man, but they said they didn't want her story to be just like thrown together. They liked that she can have the big premiere in Ant-Man and Wasp.
I don't blame them.
I have no issue with that.
No, I mean, Wasp was not needed. I honestly didn't think Ant-Man was needed.
I liked how he got out of the van. Hey, you want to join us? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you knew Ant-Man was going to be there because of the bit at the end of the Ant-Man movie that harkens to this movie. So it's like, okay, so they're going to... So Ant-Man will be there, but like Ant-Man and Spider-Man just kind of felt like throw-ins to... so we can have our heroes fight each other. Mm-hmm. They really had no stake in the storyline, no advancement to the story. They were just kind of, okay, we got more people to fight. Now, granted, how they handled them and what they did right, and they did well.
And I liked Hawkeye was in it.
Again, somebody else I felt that probably was just a throw-in, but...
I'm retired. I'll be back.
Yeah. I'm retired. Okay, maybe I'm not.
I did like that they were all coming together. I liked the fight scene. I felt like it was very gratuitous.
Oh my God. I'm like, seriously, people, the reason you're in this mess is because you keep destroying things and innocent people are getting hurt and killed. How about if we not destroy the airport while we're mad at each other?
And that's an expensive thing to replace is airports.
Yes.
There's a lot of issues with that. They did evacuate, though. I did like that. It wasn't Superman, We're just going to kill 1 billion people.
No. Everyone's gone. We're after 5 o'clock. The business district is shut down.
Fucking Batman versus Superman. I did like Black Panther. I thought he stole the show.
I will agree with that. I thought, his story arc was, between him and the Winter Soldier, those are the 2 story arcs that matter. Everything else was filler.
I like his bodyguard. They said she will be in the next one. The one that told Black Widow to leave.
Yeah.
In the comic books, I forget what they're called. Dora something is the name of the bodyguards that follow him around, protect him. And that's one of them. And I believe in the Black Panther comic books, and Dev from Snake Oil, please correct me if I'm wrong, I believe they're all females because they feel like they're the superior race and they're all built like strong and everything, and they're agile and all that. So I believe he has all female bodyguards in the books. I think they've changed it since then, but it used to be that he had all female bodyguards.
Well, could be.
And she looked badass. I wanted to see that fight. I want to see those two, Black Widow and her, go at it. I thought he did a great job. Leaving there, I wanted to see a Black Widow film. I want to see a Black Panther film. And I'm intrigued by Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's what. Honestly, this did more to get people to want to see Spider-Man than Spider-Man did to help out this movie.
Yes, Tom Holland looked great.
Yeah, he pulled off Peter Parker great. It's honestly, so far, I think the best Peter Parker to the screen.
Yes. I don't know. Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3 was pretty good. Let's do emo.
Well, at least the teenage Peter Parker, I think he pulled that off better than Tobey Maguire did, or even Andrew Garfield.
See, I liked Andrew Garfield. I actually did like Andrew Garfield as him. I don't think the movies were horrendous.
Good, but I think he feels more of the Spider-Man from the comic books than Andrew Garfield did.
He looks younger.
Yeah.
Because I think he is 15, 16.
I think he's a little older, but looks younger.
Okay.
But the biggest thing with Andrew Garfield felt like he was playing a Spider-Man from Earth 2, not quite the Spider-Man that we grew up with, but maybe a different dimensional Spider-Man.
Ooh, Spider-Man 2099?
Not 2099.
Come on!
No, I'm just saying, I have no problem with 2099, but that's not who Andrew Garfield
Not as good as Punisher 2099.
Yeah, no.
Can we have that? That would be awesome if we had... No, I don't want that. God, no.
I got the entire run of the X-Men 2099.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I had the Spider-Man 2099 run for a while. He's 19. Tom Holland's 19.
Tom Holland's 19.
Oh, God. Born in 1996. Dear God.
and he's more famous than you.
I don't care about that. I just feel old.
You are old.
Andrew Garfield is 32.
Holy crap. I didn't know he was that.
So I guess he was about 27 when the first one he did, give or take.
God, has it been 5 years? It doesn't even feel like it's been that long.
Yeah, because Amazing Spider-Man came out 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't even care.
Yeah. Is it worth looking up?
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, Tom Holland. Sorry. Yeah, I thought he did a good job. Overall, I thought the film was very good. I liked how, this is not a big spoiler, just a little small, at the end, and I'm not going to spoil it, but...
When they all died?
Yeah, everybody died. We don't know what's going to happen for the next ones. Yeah. There's no Avengers left.
The
Squirrel Girl.
Yeah, Squirrel Girl. Wasp is going to get a new Avengers together because she wasn't in it.
That's right. It's just going to be her, Squirrel Girl.
Sentry, may look at Sentry.
Oh God, could we bring Sentry in? If you don't know who Sentry is, consider yourself lucky. Fuck him. Marvel, for 10 years? Oh, he's going to be the next big thing. No one cares about him. He's like the Roman Reigns of Marvel. No one cares. Let him die.
Like anybody knows your reference there.
Randall Holt does. Anyway. Got you, RJ. My question was, though, I'm watching this. The ending, though, I thought they were going to do one thing and release the big bad guys. And they didn't. And I loved it. Because it got to the end, and I was like, if they do that, it's going to be like, oh, we're going to shoehorn them in. There's a big fight. And there wasn't. And I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah, because that's the thing, is like the fight at the airport took so long, you're like, there's not a whole lot of time for another big fight and mystery to come, is there?
Did you like the Captain America Iron Man fight at the end?
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
It was good.
I thought I liked how they had the reference to the comic book cover of Captain America throwing his shield up and Tony Stark throwing the blast and going straight up. I thought that was really good. I liked how Steve Rogers and the Winter Soldier, Bucky, their friendship was shown through. Yeah. Because after a while, I'm like, okay, I understand you're the bestest of friends, but after a while, you gotta stop. Come on. Like, he's obviously guilty, but he
wasn't.
He wasn't.
No, because I was worried that the premise wouldn't make enough sense. Mm-hmm. And that's, I think, my favorite part about it was that they pulled it off, that everybody's reaction was explained in a way that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I just thought Steve Rogers isn't going to let Bucky get away with these atrocities, just because he's his friend.
Correct.
It's like no, he's going to make sure they capture him, not kill him,
and he has a fair trial.
And so it's like, okay, that makes sense, because you see the clips and Steve is like, he's my friend, and you're like, so that way you're trying to keep him from justice. But let
me ask you,
it all made sense to me.
Did you think they were going to kiss on the elevator going down? They were pretty close. Captain America and Winter Soldier were right next to each other. I was like, are they going to kiss? I'm okay with that, but are they going to kiss?
I think they Eskimo kissed a little.
They did.
Rub noses.
Well, maybe they both had Eskimo brothers. They're Eskimo brothers. I did think it was the Sharon Carter thing is a little creepy, because I still think in the comic books it's a little creepy. Captain America and getting with her, I think it's a little creepy.
It's like, oh yeah, you're
the niece.
Well, I mean, essentially, Captain America was frozen for 60 years, so he really isn't 60 years old.
I know, but it's still creepy. You dated you were dating her aunt, and now you're dating.
And honestly, aunt seems generous. I think it's more of a great aunt or something.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be grandma's or grandpa's sister, not mom or dad's sister.
One of the things I was looking at today was some Easter eggs I may have missed, and there wasn't too many. Pretty much all of them were obvious.
Yeah.
When they were talking about Dot, Captain America and the Winter Soldier, about back in the day, you were dating Dot or whatever. She was actually an Agent Carter.
Oh, okay.
She was one of the not customer service, but like one of the receptionists, I think. So, and she did have red hair. So I thought that was kind of fun, because they said Dot. I was like, I wonder if that meant anything.
Don't even remember that reference. So
yeah, it was at the end, right before they jumped out of the helicopter at the end to get to the thing, or right before the helicopter landed. I'm sorry, in Antarctica and flew over Worsley. Hey, look, there's Worsley. He has a shield on. Anyways,
not a coat.
No super soldier through serum. What would you give it? What grade? A through F.
I'm leaning B+.
That's what my grade was. I was going B+. I liked it a lot. I will see it again. I liked it a whole lot better than Age of Ultron. I don't.
Yeah, I like Age of Ultron, but this was better than Age of Ultron.
I think I may have to watch Age of Ultron one more time.
The problem is, the second time I saw Age of Ultron, I think I liked it less than the first time.
That is my worry. That's my worry.
But I think if I watch it again, it might come up a little, because now, like, the second time I watched it, it was like all the disappointing things came to the forefront. So I'm thinking now, if I already have those lined up, I can be more level-headed when watching it, if that makes sense.
I felt like it was a very similar to Empire Strikes Back in terms of the flow and the bad guys kind of winning and getting one over.
What, this one or
Captain America Civil War? I thought that it was a little bit of Empire Strikes Back, which I like. It was just like I could see kind of a theme to it, not just because the bad guys somewhat won, but just like I don't know. It just felt very Empire Strikes Back. Obviously, Empire Strikes Back was better, but.
Did you think they put too much humor and stuff like that in it? Because
it's a Marvel movie.
Yeah, and that's what people who are the DC apologists are like, oh, you just want to make you laugh, and they won't tell a serious story. And I'm like, the more I think about it, in life, even during your most serious parts of life, you need a little humor.
Or you're just not fun.
Yeah. I mean, even at the darkest times or whatever, a joke somewhere really helps.
Like a jacket. It helps.
It helps. Now, granted, you're being aided.
That is true. I'm going to apologize. I thought Spider-Man was funny because that's what he does. He talks during battles.
Yeah.
Falcon.
You haven't had too many fights because you don't talk this much during a fight. Oh, okay.
And can we say Falcon's awesome?
Oh, yeah.
I love Falcon.
Falcon, I think they took a big step forward in his character development in this movie.
Even him and Steve Rogers, Falcon, and Winter Soldier, all of them had good chemistry. Yeah. Like, you could tell Falcon was a little bit jealous. Even at the end when he's helping Winter Soldier. I hate you. I love that.
Oh, yeah, when those two are
webbed up. I hate you. Like I said, I liked it a lot.
And we got to meet Red Wing.
I'm fine with that. It's not a Falcon. Yeah. I'm okay. A real Falcon is just a drone.
Yeah, he also didn't have real wings, so that made sense.
It's true. I liked his how Falcon protected himself with the armor.
Yeah,
So I did like when one humorous part when Black Widow gives him the receipt for his equipment. Bird costume. What? I didn't write it.
Oh, that was not Black Widow, wasn't it?
Sharon Carter. It was Sharon Carter. She gave him the bird costume. So no, overall though, like I said, if you have not seen it, you need to go see it. Our opinions are not the only ones out there, though. We have others.
What? You mean other people saw and had an opinion of this movie?
They did. Des Hassing, master of 18 theater awards and
degrees. Theater degrees.
Theater really a degree. Anyways, it's about as bad as communications.
Oh, dear God.
Yep, Captain America Civil War is the deep impact of Batman v Superman's Armageddon.
Ooh, I like that because Armageddon sucked balls.
Deep Impact was not good either.
Well, but it was better than Armageddon. Well, what was it compared to the First Daughter or Chasing Liberty? How does it compare to those two? The President's Daughter on the Run movies?
No. Let's see. From Sweating the Small Stuff, Brian.
Mr. Evans?
But yes. Batman vs. Superman handled the character issue better, but Captain America Civil War was a better movie. Cap and Iron Man had the wrong motivations. Cap should have been the one concerned about aftermath and the issues and vice versa. That's what he said.
I think I kind of disagree with him.
That was his opinion?
Yeah, I think I'll disagree with that because, well, obviously, you know, the way they were written in the comic books, those were the stands they took. And Cap was always the one who was fighting for freedom and liberty. And when he wants to be able to do the stuff his conscience tells him, not what
is politically correct.
Not what other people who with agendas tell you.
I was watching Avengers last night. It was on cable, and the society, the world society that was helping Nick Fury.
Oh, yeah.
They're all in the shadows. I didn't realize this the many times I've seen it. The older guy in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the bad guy, that was so concerned about bringing the creature over from the other world.
Powers Booth?
Yes. He's in the World Council in Avengers. I didn't realize that. I was like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense.
I get that now.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of a neat little thing that they connected so well. Doug, number one fan, his thoughts. Thought Civil War was good, not great. It seemed too lighthearted. I didn't feel like the two sides were at odds as much as the book showed.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I will leave the one spoiler out of what he said. Black Panther looked great. His solo movie should be cool. And of the 3 Cap movies, he said he put it the third. But he did say he thought the bad guy Zemo's plan was very convoluted.
Yeah, that's one slight problem I had is it's like, okay, you're putting all these things in motion, and you have to be a genius to know exactly how people are, and everything went according to plan. I manipulated Tony Stark enough that I got him to think this way. And
my question is, why did, and it's a very tiny spoiler, why did Zemo call the room service at the end?
Because he wanted them to find the dead body.
Oh, okay, so he wanted them to know that he was manipulating.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay. Well, not just Captain America in those. I mean, he obviously showed himself, but...
that was the motivation that got Tony to show up at the end.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, they found out that Tony found out that everything Cap said was right.
That's right. So, I apologize. That's right. Who is Morgan Freeman's character?
I don't know. Some guy from the UN trying to run things?
I guess. I don't think he becomes anyone, does he?
I don't. I really have no way to answer this one.
I'll take a look.
I'm just assuming it's a governmental oversight drone.
That's what I was thinking. I didn't think he was anybody famous. I feel like he's going to be the government stooge now. Yeah. Do you think Tony Stark takes over S.H.I.E.L.D., makes S.H.I.E.L.D. back?
I don't know. Because S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't gone.
Well,
there's a shadow S.H.I.E.L.D. under Phil Coulson going on.
A public S.H.I.E.L.D. A public.
That'd be tough to. I mean, it might be something like it, but it won't be S.H.I.E.L.D. But no, he's taking over the Avengers.
Well, yeah, it's true. They did say that how come he picked Spider-Man above Daredevil in the film? And it's
because they got the rights to Spider-Man, not Daredevil?
No, they have the rights to Daredevil. He can show up in the movies.
Oh, that's right. Daredevil's no longer with Fox.
Yeah, they're in Netflix and that.
Yeah.
They said, but it's like, because I felt like he saw Spider-Man, like a little bit of him in him, the genius and all that. I thought he connected with him more, and he was able to bribe him.
And maybe he doesn't actually know who Daredevil is, where he was able to figure out who Spider-Man was.
Because Daredevil's street level. Very street level.
So Spider-Man.
Yeah, but not as...
But he was maybe able to track Spider-Man, where Daredevil, as an adult and gone through all this, was able to probably cover his tracks a little better.
And my thought was, too, that he can't manipulate Daredevil like he could a young Spider-Man.
Well, that's true.
See? So, one quick thing. Do you think... Switching gears. Legends of Tomorrow. I'm catching up. I'm still not there yet.
All right.
Just a real quick thing. Do you think in second season, the big bad guy, after Savage is gone, which he is like, I'm waiting for him to curl his mustache.
I'm not sure if I'm 100% caught up. Was there a new one last week?
Yeah, I'm not caught up.
Oh, okay.
So you're actually probably ahead of me.
Okay.
By like an episode. I'm just throwing this out there because I saw it online. It was an interesting little comment in the thing. Do you think Adam's Brandon Roth, the Atom, do you think his brother is the big bad guy the second season?
I hadn't thought of that at all.
I like that idea. I like that.
It could be.
It has the brother versus brother connection. They're both geniuses. You need a big bad guy for the second season. It did get renewed. So
maybe Vandal Savage escapes this season and
I hope not.
Still is the big bad.
I don't mind if he's still out there, but I don't need him as the main guy. That's the issue.
Maybe a offspring of Vandal Savage.
The daughter? Yeah. Did you like Jonah Hex in Legends?
Yeah, I like how they handled Jonah Hex.
I think they said they're going to bring him back for second season.
For the whole season or just one episode?
The idea is that he might be joining. They did get 2 new guys that they're going to be joining.
Oh.
But they didn't say who yet.
So that means some people will probably be leaving?
Yeah. Who? I wouldn't mind if Hawk Girl left.
Yeah, kick her a Hot Girl.
No, not Hot Girl.
Needs to
Hawk
stay.
Girl. I'm not really invested in her. I really don't like. I think it might be the actress. I'm not.
Do you think? Can she go? But they still keep Adam around.
Yeah, I hope so. I like Brandon Routh in it.
Yeah,
he's corny, but I think they need
that's the
that.
Character.
Yeah,
I mean, I have no problem with that.
You got to keep Captain Cold and Heatwave.
Yeah, I'd probably stop watching if those guys leave.
Just give those guys 10-year contracts and be done with it. This isn't my first Prison Break. God, I love that joke. Love it. I think those 2 guys stay. Obviously, Rip Hunter. God, worst porn name ever. I think you got to keep Firestorm and the Doctor.
Do you gotta?
I like the Doctor. I really do.
I
like Ronnie. No, not Ronnie.
No, not Ronnie. It's Jackson.
Yeah. I like them together. Jackson, I think, is still a very young actor. I think they still need to work on it.
Yeah, I don't think he would be good without the Professor.
Correct.
Although I think the Professor could
be by himself.
Be a good character without him.
I think if you got rid of Hawkman and Hawkgirl, I'm fine with that. I wouldn't be surprised if they do because of the CGI.
Yeah, that might be difficult. Which is why I thought they might get rid of Firestorm too, because every time they you notice someone with that power, he doesn't use it all that much.
And that's the other thing is like they kind of push him to the side, like okay.
It's like they're separated. It's like they're always doing 2 different things. I'm like, maybe they should always run missions together in case they need to use their power.
He has nuclear fire. Use it. When Heatwave is dressed up as the bounty hunter, use it! Stop being separated! I wish they would do more standalone ones like they did in the 1950s. I thought the best thing they did this year, like little story arc, was Brandon Routh and Hawk Girl being stuck in the 50s and building a life. Yeah. That was really cool. And I like that it's kept with them throughout the... It's like, that is really... kind of dark and kind of cool. Like,
Yeah, it's like, we've been waiting for 2 years. Why didn't you just show up 2 years ago to pick us up? You could travel through time. Ran into a little bit of problems. This is as close as we could get.
I like that, though, that they lived together for 2 years. They did that. Do you think White Canary's back? I could see her going to Arrow.
It's possible. I think she's going to be back because I think they kind of liked her and they probably gave her a fairly long contract or whatnot. I don't see her leaving, although I think she's the one that could easily be written out.
I think her story arc is actually not bad. The character arc is not bad with her. I like her a lot. I liked her and actually liked her better than Laura Lang or Laura whatever.
Laura Lance?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, Moment of Silence, thank God.
Until they bring her to the Lazarus pit.
They said she will not be coming back. They said she wanted...
she wanted out?
Yeah.
Or she wanted more money?
Kind of a little bit of both. I think she wanted out because she wants to do other things. It's like, okay, see ya.
Yeah, please, let her.
Yeah. Oh, no, we got to get rid of you. It is... Switching gears real quick, on Arrow, it's very weird, their team. Like, they keep switching guys, and I'm wondering, like, who the hell is coming back? Please bring Arsenal back. Please.
Maybe that's a reason to get White Canary in there, you know? She finds out Black Canary's dead, comes in, takes her place on the team.
That's what I was thinking. I have no issue with that. I like... Speedy is okay. He has a pretty kick-ass female team.
Yeah. No, I was impressed with how well Speedy, Theo, whatever. Because, like the first 2 seasons, it's like she was just an annoying, pain-in-the-ass little sister. But, once she learned how to fight, she's pretty cool.
I would like to see them do the heroin storyline with her. She doesn't have to get AIDS like in the comic book. Speedy got AIDS.
Yeah.
I would like to see if they could do a dark take on that. I don't know. I think it might be too dark, but I thought it would be a neat little thing because when she was kind of addicted to some type of drug in the beginning.
Yeah, she was a drug addict or whatnot.
Yeah. I don't think Roy Harper Arsenal is coming back, but I wouldn't be upset. I would love to see him come back.
Yeah. I don't know if what's his name actor got any
Colton
gigs, if that's his name.
Yeah, Colton Haynes.
If he got any gigs after that, but
he just came out of the closet too.
Good for him.
Good for him. So he was talking that he got tired of acting every day of his life. So good for him.
Well, you're an actor.
No, in his personal life too.
I mean, I get tired of my job every day of my life.
No, not that part. He meant when he went home, he was still acting. Shut up. God damn it. Of course, he did say it was the worst kept secret in Hollywood. I was like, good for you. Good for you to be happy and come out. And what's the other one? Arrow? Flash. Oh, Flash. Yeah. I'm still about an episode behind.
I'm 1 episode behind. I watched 2 today, but there's still 1 more.
I like Flash. The Zoom storyline is getting kind of boring. I'm kind of ready for it to be done.
They're coming to a head with it, I hope.
Did you see the guy that played Jay Garrick is going to be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo in September?
I did not see that.
He is coming.
Are you excited?
I am excited. I am excited about it.
Okay, you're tired of the Zoom storyline, but you're excited.
He does a really good job. He does a good job.
God, I hate the storyline, but I like the guy.
I don't hate the storyline. I'm just it's kind of like Arrow. Do we need an overall season arc through it? And then they said, do you think the main bad guy, like everybody keeps wondering who the big bad guy is each season? It's always John Barrowman. And it's true.
In Arrow, you mean?
Yeah, he is the main bad guy.
And yet he walks into their hideout whenever he wants. I'm like,
you guys gotta get better security. I love that. He is awesome. John Barrowman is awesome in it.
He's grown on me. I did not like him first couple seasons.
He's grown on me a lot more than Detective Lance.
Oh no, that's kind of who I was hoping died.
Could we please get rid of him, please? I'm so tired of it. But I like all 3. Hey, you know what? If TV has every single superhero, I'm fine with it. You can pick and choose. Supergirl, it's on the chopping block. They don't know if it's going to be renewed or not.
And if the CW did the numbers that is it CBS? That has Supergirl. If any of their shows were doing Supergirl numbers, they would be
ecstatic.
Yeah,
they said
it'd be orgasmic.
They said Supergirl is too expensive, and that's the issue. So they're trying to they're thinking about moving it up to Vancouver to cut the cost.
Oh, okay.
So they said CBS will probably bring it back. The whole rumor that was out there that it was going to CW is actually bullshit. They said it was actually started by this guy on a blog that was doing a big storyline about it. And they're like, he's like, why don't they just move it to CW? And then he basically started a rumor that it was moving to CW. It's like, no, it's not. It's
because CBS still owns the rights?
Well, CBS is also owner of CW.
Oh.
It's 50%.
Stupid CBS.
So that's why The Flash came on. They were able to do that.
Well, yeah. CW is like anything that can get press for our show will let them happen. Yeah.
They're going to have America's Most Wanted. They're going to bring S.H.I.E.L.D. They're bringing everything. They're going to bring Zack Snyder will probably direct something too. I hope. That would be great.
Zack Snyder's directed some good things.
300.
300. The Watchmen.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to say no.
No, he did direct it.
Not enough schlong in it. Not enough.
Oh, you needed more schlong. Okay.
You always need more schlong.
But I'd say, if he has the right story, he can do it. I wouldn't have him in charge of writing said story or coming up with the ideas behind it. But he can direct it if he gets the proper story.
They said they're slowly pushing him out at Warner Brothers. They said he will not be overseeing the universe soon, and they said Ben Affleck will be.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, yeah.
He loves comics. He loves that era.
They need a new set of eyes on it because something's not right with it right now.
Zack Snyder, I'm not doubting his love for the books and everything else.
I heard he's not a big fan of them.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I heard just opposite. And who knows? I mean, but it goes back and forth. It's like Ben Affleck, I think he would be able to calm it down. He would be able to streamline it a little bit more.
And maybe his Batman won't be just as angsty and angry.
I can't do it. You can do it.
I'm mad. Everything's wrong. I'm mad. I'm just going to hurt people because I'm mad.
Oh, Bruce, maybe I just want to watch the old bun. It's good. It's good. I can't do it, Jeremy Irons yet.
He hardly had any role in the movie to...
Bruce! Is that my Jeremy Irons?
Oh my god, it sounded like Aunt May more than Alfred.
Bruce, why are you doing? It sounds... I'm done. I can't do it. Let's go to listener feedback. Before we get to listener feedback, Martin Freeman played Everett Ross. From the comic books, he was a U.S. State Department employee. His world changed forever when he was assigned to T'Challa. I can never say it. T'Challa? Black Panther.
Yeah,
the Black Panther and ruler of Wakanda. They faced multiple threats, and Ross assisted him in many of these threats. The Panther often risked much for Ross in return. Let's see. Ross was an expert of Wakanda. He was part of the meeting between the White House and Wakanda in the comic books. Let's see, and
so
that's
he's
about
the
it.
Go-between between Wakanda and the U.S.
It has not yet been revealed if he's any relation to General Thunderbolt Ross. So that's I was just kind of wondering who Doug mentioned it. I don't know who. I've never seen it. I didn't even know he was in the comic books. So good for him.
I assumed the character was somewhere in the comics. Is just deep enough that I had no clue.
Yeah. Okay, Jeff, go ahead and do listener feedback.
Oh, because Blake's not here.
Yes.
I get to read Blake's part. From number one fan Doug. Is Fox Sports 1 like the WCW and overpaying for fading stars, i.e. Skip Bayless, Colin Cowherd, and Jason Whitlock?
They're not good stars.
They're terrible. One, it's ridiculous that you would ever overpay for Skip Bayless or Colin Cowherd because they are two of the worst.
Bayless got a $4 million signing bonus.
Well, I can't believe he's getting more money
based
off of what he's done on ESPN. He should have been fired.
I think they said $25 million is what he's getting.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
As much as I dislike ESPN because of what they do, you have to watch them sometimes just for some of the things.
Yeah.
My issue is this addition by subtraction?
For ESPN?
Yeah, I'm wondering if ESPN's realizing that maybe we shouldn't be having these guys in our rate because their ratings have gone down, their viewership has gone down.
But has his shows gone down? That's the question.
And who likes them?
I don't know.
It's the same thing with the political talk radio. I can't stand it because all they do is go back and forth yelling at each other.
Yeah.
You're never changing my mind because you're yelling at me.
But that's what gets ratings, apparently.
And I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I can't listen to it, but...
I don't get it. Skip Bayless, my God, he is awful. He is horrible. And Whitlock is not much better.
Yeah, Whitlock, I mean, when you're putting him with those other guys, I mean, Bayless and Coward are probably 1 and 2 of my most hated, followed closely behind with Max Kellerman on that one, who's back with ESPN now.
Kellerman used to be decent. In the very beginning, he was decent.
He got so much of an ego on himself.
Yeah.
Well, Kellerman, he's the one that made his name by calling Jim Everett Chris Everett.
Is that him? Was that him?
Wasn't that him?
It might be. You might be right. Let me double check.
And so that's not really a good thing.
I thought that was Jim Rome.
Oh, you're right. It was Rome.
I was like, wait a minute. That's not Kellerman.
That's what
Kellerman used to do Around the Horn.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was the best thing when he left and they brought in Reale.
I do like Reale.
I thought Reale was so much better than Kellerman ever. Kellerman was trying to be the next Jim Rome. That's what it was. Yeah, I got my... Pardon for getting my facts mistake in there.
Is Jim Rome on Fox Sports? Or he's on CBS Sports, I think.
Is that where he is?
He's one of them. They did say Chris Berman and... Is it Tom...
Jackson?
Is that his partner on the Monday night thing?
Monday Night Football?
Yeah.
I think it's Tom Jackson.
And the Sunday morning thing, they said those two are probably gone after this season.
All right.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, no more Chris Berman.
How he has a job boggles my mind. He is horrible.
I don't have a problem with him having a job. How he's got the prime job.
Yes.
It's like, oh, well, you've been here for so long, we're going to let you do whatever you want. It's like, no, you tell him, yeah, you're going to do this show at this time.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you can leave.
2 a.m. Well, they said he got into, on his last contract 3 years ago, he got into a bidding war with NFL Network. And I was like, no, I love the NFL Network.
Yeah.
Do not bring him.
Yeah.
Except when they hire rapists, Darren Sharper. Do not bring Chris Berman in. And thank God they didn't. I can ignore ESPN. I love my NFL Network.
Yeah. Unfortunately, ESPN is the one that's on every basic cable. All the others you have to search for and may or may not have.
Their numbers, though, have gone down from 100-something million, like 105, to 89 million in the last 3 years.
Well, there's other...
Well, they said people aren't paying for the tier for it, because now all the cable companies are going to tiers. Like you can buy different packages. They said people aren't buying it. And it's like, that's interesting, because, one, you got NFL Network, MLB Network, NHL Network, NBA.
Yeah.
They all do it better. Because their one focus is that sport.
Their focus is that sport. And if they're, as a sports network where you cover most of the sports, I like to say that because ESPN as the all sports network still does a shitty job covering hockey or soccer or anything else.
Unless they own it. SEC.
Yeah.
Part of it.
But yeah, they got outbid on hockey, and it's barely even noticeable that hockey even exists in their world.
Yeah. Sorry, Barry Melrose.
Yeah, they paid Barry Melrose a lot of money the year they had hockey, and his contract is still going strong.
It's got to be the easiest job for Barry Melrose.
Yeah, I'll show up and talk about hockey for 5 minutes a day.
15 minutes a week. I'm good. Have a good day. I got fired by Tampa after 12 games. 8 games. What else does Doug say?
Let's see. If weekend estimates are accurate, Zootopia has now made more domestically than Batman v Superman. Hashtag the power of Disney.
We got Batman v Superman, I think, in the box office news later on. Yeah, we do.
Okay.
We can talk about it. Zootopia really surprises me. I'm not bashing Batman v Superman. I'm impressed by Zootopia.
Well, like if you make a quality film, there's chances it could get noticed.
With that, nice segue into VF's comment.
Oh, VF's comment from VF at VF Graphic Novice. Yes, they just released a Ratchet and Clank for the PS4. It's a reimagining of what the film was based on. So they kind of released the film and a new game concurrently.
Shows you how much I realize that.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that bit of information, VS.
So as good as Zootopia has done, Ratchet and Clank has not. And we got that in the box office bombs, too. Now, thank you, VF, for that update, though. If anybody knows the mistakes that we don't make many. We do. But just send them on in at Twitter at Bad Ideas Podcast or on our Facebook page, The History of Bad Ideas.
All right, moving on. Snake Oil Comics at SOC Podcast. Favorite style of pizza, i.e. New York, Detroit, Chicago, etc.
I do love Chicago deep dish.
I have to put it this way. I got in a discussion with Big Dev on this.
I saw that on Twitter.
I just learned Detroit has a style of pizza.
What type of style is that?
It's apparently it's similar to Sicilian, but more crunchy crust, or
really
slightly different, but pretty much it's a Sicilian.
Is it crunchy because of the shell casings?
Yes.
Is that why?
That's it. Yes.
And complaints to Blake at Graphic Novels. California has a style too. Theirs is more flatbread.
And they put a bunch of vegetables on.
Well, yeah, but their crust is. Well, which one's your favorite?
I don't have a favorite. I have a depending on the mood I'm in.
You know what my favorite is? Pizza.
Pizza. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I'm in the mood for a New York fold your slice up type piece. Sometimes I'm in the mood for that deep dish Chicago pie.
Is there a place around here that does deep dish like Chicago? I like it. Whenever we order pizza, it's always thick crust.
Yeah, that's my least favorite.
Really?
That's close to what the Detroit is, but yeah, we don't really. There probably are some, but not chains wise, like maybe smaller ones that will do a. I don't know. Do we still have an Uno's around?
Oh, I don't know.
Because Uno's was the place I knew I'd get the Chicago, the layered pie or whatnot type one.
There's a place going downtown, Cincinnati. Sorry for your local guy, non-local people, but it's called Pies and Pints that I'm intrigued to check out.
Oh, so they'll have apple and boysenberry pie.
Ooh, boysenberry! Everybody loves boysenberry. They did. There is a New York style in Kentucky, right across the river. It's called Godfather's Pizza. That is some good pizza.
Oh, Godfathers, they used to be. Yeah,
I think it's a different.
For a while. Oh, it's different.
Yeah, I think so.
Same style though, or
it's a big slice of pizza.
No, there's New York ones everywhere. To be honest.
Oh yeah, you do actually have one over by you guys where you live.
We got NYPD, the New York Pizza Delivery. We got the 5 boroughs right near where I live. So, I mean, I got the New York style wherever. Like I said, the Chicago style.
Chicago Uno's is it? I forgot about. I think there's one somewhere around us, but like
the one
pretty
I
good.
used to go to isn't there anymore. So.
Oh, maybe not then.
Well, they had several in the town, but
does Domino's have a style?
Detroit. That's what I was expecting them to say. Well, Domino's is out of Detroit. They're the Detroit style. I don't know if Domino's is out of Detroit.
Again, if you're wrong.
No, Pizza Hut, I think, is out of Detroit. No. Papa John's is out of Detroit.
Papa John's is not out of anything. Oh, God.
I don't even know. Is Papa John's out of Denver?
I don't know, but
I don't know where any of these places
Papa
are
John's
out of.
is not good.
I know for a fact Little Caesars is out of Detroit.
Yeah, that is true. Little Caesars is.
So I suppose the Little Caesars deep dish pizza
with the bacon wrapped crust.
Well, probably without the bacon wrapped crust is Detroit style.
And we all wonder why we're fat.
I never wondered it. I was actually disappointed in the bacon wrapped crust pizza.
Did you try it?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Look at me. Of course I tried it.
Of course I tried it. That's the name of the title. My bad. Okay, what else does he say?
He also asks, how excited is Brigger that Taylor Swift is going to be Dazzler? Is this confirmed?
Yes.
They're taking like the one person who I want to see on film,
Taylor Swift,
and making Dazzler, and casting the one celebrity who I can't stand.
There's a set photo, and I forget who pulls it out. It might be not Iceman, Quicksilver. They're in a record shop in Apocalypse.
Okay.
And he pulls it out. It's Dazzler, and it's Taylor Swift on the cover.
So that means if they have future movies, they're looking at Dazzler playing, or Taylor Swift playing Dazzler.
Yes.
I mean, I know she's supposed to be a pop singer, but wow, can you get the. I suppose it'll bring the kiddies into the movie.
Brings the milkshakes.
Her milkshake brings all the kids to the yard.
I guess.
But, man, I can't stand T. Swizzy. Or whatever she calls herself these days.
Taylor Nazi. Yeah, oh God. I don't care that Dazzler's in it. Please get her out. Please stop.
No, I want Dazzler in it. I just don't want Taylor Swift to be Dazzler.
The next movie they announced today for X-Men After Apocalypse is going to take place in the 90s.
Of course, they're going decade by decade.
So,
did they say what storyline they were looking to do?
They said Dark Phoenix could be it. Yeah. And then there was another storyline they said, I can't remember it. My question is, do you think the characters, are they going to switch them out again? Because how old are they going to be?
Well, in comic books, people don't age the same way they age in real life. I know, but it's
going to be weird. I wonder if they're going to do at the end of Apocalypse, it's going to be a time machine type of thing, and they're in the 90s now.
Probably not.
I hope
they're
not.
just going to say it's 10 years later and we aged 2 years.
We age gracefully.
Well, they do in comics. I mean, the teenagers of the original X-Men, they were like 16 when it started. They're now, what, in their late 30s?
Is that before or after Bobby was gay?
That was before.
Is the old Bobby gay or the young Bobby?
I think it's just the young Bobby.
Okay. I'm glad he didn't remember that era. Really? This is how we're going to try to sell comics? Shut the fuck up.
I seriously have no problem with having gay characters in the universe.
I have no issue with gay characters in the universe. The way they did it with Iceman is the dumbest thing ever.
But to just choose somebody at random, basically, and say, well, we haven't really made good stories about your love life, so, yeah, you're gay.
Wait a minute, what? What happened?
I'm sure Opal's happy to hear that.
Well, my thing is, though,
I don't know. Maybe they wrote gay undercurrents for him the whole time.
For
and we
40
just never
years.
Noticed.
Stanley is not a good writer. Enough to do. And like I said, I do believe that I'm not the hardcore, you can't diversify these characters. Yeah. I have no issue doing that. Because guess what? When they were written in the 1950s and 60s, they were all white writers doing it.
Yeah.
So of course it's going to be all white characters. I have no issue diversifying them, making them gay, anything. I get that. It shows you got to bring everybody into the table to the table.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to do it smartly. Don't do it oh yeah, he's gay now. Wait, what?
Yeah, characters that have long-standing history.
Yeah.
They just okay. Because DC did that with the original Green Lantern, was it?
Yes.
Alan Scott. And it's so I suppose, all the history of, the children he's had.
Well, let's be real. Nobody cared about Alan Scott, so they did it. If they really had the guts, they would have done it to Guy Gardner.
Oh, that would have been interesting. But that's the problem is, I suppose, I don't want to make the assumption that, gay people can't have children. They tend to have them less often. And, he had 2 children those were the characters I actually liked. It was Jade and Obsidian.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay, so you're pretty much saying unless something different happens, those characters will never come back.
And they should. And if he lived in Mississippi, he probably isn't allowed having kids. Welcome to 1940s. Woohoo! Number last in education. Send complaints to Scab Jeff at Graphic Novice. What else we got?
Moving along, we got the Pop Culture Cafe at TPC Cafe. Your favorite scene / least favorite scene from Captain America Civil War.
Favorite scene is probably the airport scene, just to see it all fight out.
I have to say, I think it's both the same scene.
Yeah, I could see that.
Favorite, just the fight at the airport fight scene was great. You got to see, everybody fight. This is what comic books do. They throw and... But in all intents and purposes, it did nothing to move the story along. No. It did nothing to help the plot. It was filler. So the filler scene was the most stunning, that brought out all the powers of all the combatants. But, really was just slowed the movie down, honestly. The plot got lost in that scene.
I'll give you that. I agree with you completely. And I liked Ant-Man in that scene. I like that. I also like Scott lying Ant-Man when he gets out of the van and he taps Captain America. Oh, look at you!
Yeah. Oh, big muscles.
You know what? Paul Rudd, outside of Chris Pratt and Star-Lord, Paul Rudd, Ant-Man was okay. I was okay with the movie. It was not my favorite. Not horrible, just not my favorite. But he does a hell of a job. I think part of Ant-Man's issue with me, the movie, was Yellow Jacket. I kind of did not like the bad guy. I thought he was really too...
Too twirling my mustache-y.
Yeah, I'm going to put her on the train tracks. That was kind of... I like the...
That and you were just waiting for Michael Douglas to die.
Oh, God. You can't make a franchise with him. He's 90.
That's why the other guy's the franchise.
Here's an idea. They said the original script not only had Wasp, but also had Michael Douglas in it. Hank Pym.
Oh,
like,
well.
Is he in a tank?
Well, the original script probably they wouldn't have gotten Michael Douglas to play Hank Pym in the original script then.
Well, maybe. Let's see. Keep going.
Moving on to Dr. Number One at Dr. Number One. Is Bon Jovi a sellout for doing a DirecTV commercial? Hashtag left field.
Shut your whore mouth. No. Bon Jovi is the greatest thing ever. If he wants to do a DirecTV commercial and slum it, that's fine.
I'll say, yeah, he's a sellout, and I'll say I have no problem with sellouts.
If somebody offered you the money, you would do it too.
If someone offers me the money, oh, hell yes.
But no.
I put it and anybody who wants to offer me the money, just send it my way, and I'll hawk whatever you want me to hawk.
Beer. Loofahs. It doesn't matter.
Yes.
Pez. We don't have any Pez up in the upstairs studio today.
Yeah, we're in the small studio.
Yeah. It's a quaint atmosphere. I can turn the fireplace on. So, yes, there's your listener feedback. Thank you, everybody. Face off! Face off!
I want to take his face off.
Oh, Nicolas Cage. Who we got this week?
This week, Randall Holt at RJ Holt 666.
It's not evil.
Just handled that way.
Mm-hmm.
Face Off, Superman, Christopher Reeve versus Superman, Henry Cavill.
Is this Christopher Reeve Stephen Hawking version or
Christopher Reeve current version?
Well, that would not be good.
Or is this Christopher Reeve Superman 3 Red Kryptonite affected?
Or Nuclear Man affected? I'm going to say healthy Superman.
Okay.
And unless Henry Cavill throws a horse at him, I think he's okay.
Okay.
So
who do you think...
Who would win? Henry Cavill. Have you seen that guy's arms?
Yeah.
That man... I'm a straight man, and that man is impressive. Yummy.
And apparently he has less qualms about killing and hurting people.
That's true. Oh, hi, Christopher Reeve. Snap.
I mean, yeah, we saw how he defeated Zod,
yes,
snapping his neck, versus how Christopher Reeve, I tricked you into being inside the machine instead of
I throw my S at you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he does have a big cellophane S that no one knows where that came from.
Horrible.
Oh, you might be in trouble, though, because he might use the mind erasing kiss power on Henry Cavill, and he'll forget who he is.
It's true. Of course, on the other side, Henry Cavill will probably if he did get punched, he would probably just go back to fishing. Oh, nobody loves me. Where's my place in the world? I want to join Discovery Channel's deep sea fishing or Wicked Tuna. Can I join Wicked Tuna? I'm not even good enough for the lobster boat. Crab boat, whatever. Whatever.
Not even good enough for deadliest catch.
That's what it is.
Going to Wicked Tuna.
I do have deadly arms, though. Snap! So I'm going Henry Cavill still.
I'm agreeing.
Brandon Routh versus Henry Cavill.
Ooh.
I did like Brandon Routh as Superman. I did.
I do like Henry Cavill as Superman. I just don't like the direction the films has taken.
Correct.
But I like the actor choice.
I would probably still go Henry Cavill.
I think I would too.
Because I don't think Brandon Routh would actually, the Superman would fight. He just stalks. Hello, Lois. I see you. Is that my child?
All right. Henry Cavill Superman or Dean Cain Superman?
Ooh, Dean Cain, because he got Terry Hatcher. I'm going that.
Over Amy Adams?
Yes, back in the day. I'll take Terry.
I'll
Terry
take
Hatcher.
Amy Adams over even Terry Hatcher.
Amy Adams seems like she has a better personality, but back in the day, Ooh. Yeah.
Well, we know they both will kick Margot Kidder's ass.
Oh, good old Margot Kidder. Richard Pryor versus Henry Cavill. I got a computer!
Okay, Richard Pryor versus Kevin Spacey.
Huh. Well, Kevin Spacey's better at real estate.
But is he good at programming computer to round all those fraction cents into your bank
that's
account?
True. That is true. It is the Office Space idea.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the Superman 3
idea.
Also, just like Superman 3. Yeah, just like that.
We figured we'd get a couple $100.
I'm going Lex Luthor because Cal Penn. He has Cal Penn. And that strikes fear into everybody. Who's your thugs? Bruno? No, I got Cal Penn. I'm sorry, who? Who?
You know Kumar?
Oh, yeah. I'm scared. No, who else is your muscle? No, that's him. Okay. Anyone else? Maybe his brother?
But wasn't he supposed to be the computer expert in the movie?
I don't know.
Richard Pryor versus Cal Penn.
This is a slippery slope we're going down here. This is a rabbit hole. Can we just say, God, those were awful films. Of course, the beginning of Superman 3 is one of the best openings ever of a superhero film.
I don't think I even remember it.
When the guy's trapped in the car and the water's filling up because of the fire hydrant. Do you remember that part?
No.
Somehow, the car runs over a fire hydrant. He gets knocked out, and I don't know if there's a hole underneath or something. The water's going up into the car, and Superman has to rip the top off and get him out. That is the opening.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Oh, it's bad.
That sounds worse than a James Bond opening.
It's bad. It is horrible. So it's not as good as Moonraker. So,
all right. So Henry Cavill versus Moonraker.
Henry Cavill. Moonraker is the best Bond ever.
Worst. All right, so
News of the Geek?
News of the Geek?
Sure.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek. Yeah, I was getting a little tired of not hearing the Chris Pratt news theme, so we had to go for that this week.
I miss Chris Pratt news.
I do too.
We may have to change that up next time. That's another retired segment we can bring back.
Yes.
So,
well, we just have to get around the court order.
That's right. We love you, Chris. Chris Pratt abs. Of course you tried it. Anyways, let's see. The Punisher series on Netflix has not started filming yet, but rumors, according to comicbookmovie.com, of who the big bad guy will be for the first season are trickling in. Possibilities include Kingpin, Bullseye, Jigsaw, or even the Russian.
Not the Russian.
Kevin Nash's character from the Punisher movie.
Oh.
So he's a hitman. I think it's going to be.
Is he good enough to be a big bad?
I don't know. I don't think. I feel like he's going to be a side character.
And I mean, Kingpin. I don't know if they'll have to write a way that makes sense from what's happened already. I don't know if you want to start out with Kingpin. Bullseye, I thought they would be saving more for a new Daredevil season.
It's got to come into Daredevil, right?
I mean, Bullseye starting in Punisher doesn't sound right to me.
Here's my idea. And this is a completely original idea. I just thought of it here. I'm fine with Kingpin, but the season of Punisher takes place in the jail. He's in prison with Kingpin, and they're trying to fight for control. He's trying to survive.
The entire season is in jail?
How cool would that be? It would be like Oz with somewhat Prison Break.
Meets Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, with Punisher and superheroes. You could have the Russian in it as a cameo. You could have some of the characters. I'm trademarking that right now. How cool would that be, though, if you have Kingpin in his own setting because he's taking over another place and Punisher is the one to stop him? I like it. Do you like that idea?
I don't know. I still need to catch up on season 2 of Daredevil to even know if I like Punisher.
But how cool would that be? I like that idea.
I have to say, and I know this is probably an unpopular opinion, I was never a fan of Punisher.
He was okay.
I hated him in the comics.
I could take him or leave him in the comics.
And I hated whenever he teamed up with someone I liked, because obviously the Punisher kills without remorse, and all the other good guys I like have problems with that. So they need to always give a reason why they aren't out to bust the Punisher. And it's like, yeah, every single superhero probably should have arrested or captured the Punisher on sight.
I liked Punisher when he was with Spider-Man. They were going against each other and teaming up. I was not a huge fan of Punisher in his own series. In the movie, in Daredevil, he was great.
No, I mean, yeah, if he's a villain, kind of that's how he's introduced in Daredevil, right? Yeah. A villain, but has a perspective that's different. So not, has doing things for good reasons, just bad things. You can make a story out of that, but I have a hard time with him being the central character.
I think they have to go Jigsaw. I think they're going Jigsaw.
So from the Saw movies?
Well, yes, that's him. He's going to ride a little tricycle. I just stepped on him. Is that it? Let's see. All the Batman villains from 1966 were ranked. The TV show were ranked. From Paste Magazine.
PasteMagazine.com. They have all Batman villains ranked.
If you Google Paste Magazine Batman 1966 villains. We won't go through all 34. We will advise you who number 34 is. I got it up on mine.
Yeah, okay, good, because mine froze up and I can't get anything on this. Come on, screen.
Number 34, the worst one, they said, is Siren, played by Joan Collins.
I have to disagree with that.
Well, her power, is the ability to sing a very high note that forces men to do her bidding. She sings that note a lot. So that is number 34.
I mean, I distinctly remember her on the show, and I thought she was so much better than a lot of other villains they've had on there.
She's a lot better than Lola Lazan, who was the horse racing lady. I mean, come on. The Puzzler, do you remember? He was number 31. He's basically a poor man's Riddler.
Oh, okay. Well, I remember I was looking at the list, and the Riddler was actually pretty low on the list.
One of them.
Oh, there are two different Riddlers?
John Astin was one.
Oh, maybe that was...
Yeah, and then...
Frank Gorshin?
He's number 2.
Oh, okay.
He's number 2 on the list.
Okay, yeah, I didn't get all the way to the front of the list, so...
Is your thing up and running now?
I have to reboot my computer. So
okay.
It's going.
Computer? Tell me what happened.
But, there are a bunch of them in there that I'd never even heard of. That's why I was surprised Siren was considered the worst when there was, what the hell, though, those English snobby names, Teacup or...
Yeah. Well, there's 3 different versions of Mr. Freeze. I never thought any of them were good.
I didn't remember. I didn't even realize there were 3. And they got some good actors. It was Otto Preminger.
Preminger, Eli Wallach. My dog was going nuts. I was wondering what was going on. Sit down. Let's see. And then there's George Sanders, who looks like an astronaut overall. But I did not think Mr. Freeze was that great in that show.
Yeah, I was never a fan of Freeze in there. But, again, better than some. But, I haven't seen it, so he must be high up there. Where's King Tut on that list?
Well, first off, John Astin's The Riddler was number 19. He was only in there once, I think.
That's probably right, because Frank Gorshin is best known for it.
Yeah, he flooded a bank in his show. False Face, who was the creepy one. I remember that. You couldn't tell his face in that.
Oh, False.
I
thought you said Phosphate.
Yeah,
he uses phosphates to beat you.
That would be awesome.
That would be the worst.
He was 16. The Eartha Kitt Catwoman is 15. She was awesome. Yeah, and here it is.
How would you rank just the Catwomen?
Give me the names. You got Eartha Kitt, Jolie Newmar, Lee
Merriweather.
Yes. Jolie Newmar is number 1, I think.
Okay, I'll agree.
I actually think I like Merriweather. I think Kit does a little bit better job because she throws herself into that role.
Yeah, I think we actually had this discussion way back when, 2 years ago on this podcast. But yeah, Eartha Kitt, she just her purring while she talks is enough. That was always my favorite. Although I thought.
And she was hot.
Yeah. But Jolie Newmar, the statuesque Miss Julie Newmar.
Lee Merriweather's coming to Cincinnati Comic Expo 2.
All right, so we can.
I am actually going to get her autograph, I think. I got Adam West, so I got to keep going.
Gotta.
Gotta.
When are you going to get Cesar Ramirez?
That breaks my heart. I love him. The Minstrel was number 12. I'm like, really? The Minstrel? That's what he looks like.
Oh, geez, yeah. He's worse than Siren.
He plays a mean lute. I mean,
Sure plays a mean lute.
Yeah, I don't know. He's on several episodes. Louis the Lilac, the mobster.
Oh, he was terrible.
He was terrible. He's number 11.
Who's playing him? That's
that was Milton Berle.
Milton Berle. I think that was the last one I saw from about 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. Louis the Lilac, and I thought, oh my God, where are the good ones? Give me Siren. This Louis the Lilac sucks.
But one of the greatest highlights of his time on the show is Batgirl spraying him and making his suit all moldy. No, that's not good. Here we go, top 10. Shandell and Harry, played by Liberace.
Shandell?
He's Liberace as a bad guy. He plays the piano and is charmer. On the other hand, Harry is a gangster, much like Louis the Lilac. And it's basically Liberace. It's Liberace playing both roles.
Yeah. Well, they're always gangsters, aren't they?
Yeah. Archer was number 9, played by Art Carney. Nope. Bad.
But Art Carney was cool. I don't even remember. We skipped over Bookworm. We skipped over Bookworm. Roddy McDowell is Bookworm.
Actually, Bookworm was not bad.
No, he should have been up much higher.
He was 13.
Yeah.
Marsha, Queen of the Diamonds. Horrible character.
Yeah. Art Carney is
She was
Archer.
14. So,
okay.
Let's go. Top 10. Shandell, Harry. Nope. Archer by Art Carney. No.
No.
Yeah. It is funny, though. He did have a henchman that walked around with an audience laugh track. So that was kind of meta.
Yeah.
Here's my issue. 8. Dr. Cassandra Spellcraft by Ida Lupino.
Yeah. I don't remember this.
Yeah. Her and her lover, Cabela, which is, they're alchemist.
Okay.
And they have pills that render themselves invisible. And creates a gun that turns the terrific trio two-dimensional. Which is kind of trippy, but no. Cliff Robertson was Shame at number 7, who's a parody of Shane, the 1950s cowboy.
Did they really do that?
Yeah. He was on it twice. And I was like, no.
What? Oh, wow.
See, here's somebody with a worse accent. His henchman was a Mexican guy with an inexplicable posh British accent. Wasn't me.
Shame. Go away, Shame.
Here's where we got some issues. 6. Egghead. By Vincent Price. I love Vincent Price. Egghead is not a good character. King Tut was number 5. Why is King Tut number 5?
King Tut
All he did was he was a land baron. He was Lex Luthor.
Yeah, pretty much. With an Egyptian theme.
Yeah, he was horrible. Catwoman was number 4. Jolie Newmar, I'd give you that.
Jolie Newmar's Catwoman. I can give you that.
Penguin, Burgess Meredith was 3.
Pengy.
He kind of annoyed me of the main 4.
Really?
Very well done, and I like him. I don't think he would be number 3 for me. The Riddler, Frank Gorshin, number 2. I agree. And number 1, Cesar.
Cesar Romero.
Yeah, Cesar Romero is the Joker. I have no issue with the top 4. You could move them around.
Yeah, the top 4. I mean, those are the ones that.
I could actually make a case. I have no problem if you made a case for Frank Gorshin as number 1. The Riddler.
Yeah.
Above Joker. Either one would work.
But, I mean, the top 4, those are the ones they brought back to do the movie.
Correct.
So
but King Tut number 5 is an issue. I don't... And Egghead number 6.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going through some of them. It's like, no. Clock King. You remember him?
Yeah. I liked Clock King. I was looking to see where he was. What? Wait a minute. Did we...
Ma Parker, played by Shelley Winters, was number 23. That was a 3-part episode.
Was Lee Merriweather only Catwoman in the movie?
Oh, you know what? She might be.
She's not on the list.
That's right. She might be. I think you're correct.
I think she must come in for the movie because she's not on the list there. So.
Yeah, so Puzzler was, or number 34 was Siren. We have an issue with that. When
Egghead's 6 and
King Tut's number 5, that's an issue. Tell us who your favorite guys are. So, at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. And finally, following the news that Ben Affleck will executive produce Justice League, The Hollywood Reporter has shed some light on what exactly he's doing. Affleck is working closely with screenwriter Chris Terrio to fine-tune the script. He will play a key role in the post-production process due to how Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice was widely criticized for the way it was edited. And Birth.movies.death takes one step farther by revealing Affleck was pretty much unhappy with the whole Batman v Superman because he took a lot of flack for Daredevil. Yeah. And he thought this would be a lot better, and he was mad on top of on how it was received.
You didn't notice through all those interviews how angry he was getting?
Sad Affleck.
Sad Fleck.
That was awesome.
Well, he went from Mad Fleck in the movie to Sad Fleck in the
What do you think about it? Yes.
I'm sad. Obviously, when people keep asking you the same questions and they're just hammering away, as you know, it's like, come on, we're just supposed to be fluff pieces. Just ask me some things I can smile and move on. But
I know they get paid millions of dollars, but that's got to be the most tedious, boring thing to do is those press junkets.
Yeah.
I could not imagine. Let's see. On top of that, his agent was furious when Kevin Tishara,
Tisuhara,
thank you, jumped the gun and announced Affleck as the director of the Batman because the negotiations were still happening.
Oh.
I guess you're adding another zero to that now.
Yeah.
The move to make him executive producer seems to have made him happy, and they said they're also probably edging out Zack Snyder from controlling central position of the DC universe.
Not a problem with that.
I would be intrigued to see how Ben Affleck did it.
It'd be interesting.
Go for it. Some quickies. The Ghostbusters trailer is now the most hated film trailer in the history of YouTube. It's got the most dislikes.
The most dislikes as any film trailer on YouTube. Now, granted, yeah, YouTube, you won't get all the old trailers that weren't...
Torque.
Like I said, Torque wasn't thrown up on YouTube right away. I mean, okay, you can watch it now, but who the hell's going back to watch it? You know?
We did.
Well, yeah.
I put it on our Facebook page.
I didn't remember it being as bad as it actually was.
It was.
And, I feel so bad for...
Adam Scott?
Adam Scott watching that. I'm like... Oh, I know you're so much better than that, seeing you in other things.
But he was the cool detective in the gym sneakers.
Oh, yeah, no, he wasn't.
If you haven't seen Torque, you need to go watch it.
Yes. Torque is in the probably Hobie Hall of Fame as one of the best, worst movies ever.
It is Fast and Furious with motorcycles and really bad acting.
Yes.
Well, here's the thing. I do not think the Ghostbusters trailer is that bad. I don't think it's good. To say it's the most hated of all time.
Well, one, that means it has to be viewed a lot.
And it was.
And so people are watching it. But, if it's you're voting up or down, not good.
Yeah, I give you that. But I wonder if it's just because people are just hating on it so much that it's the popular thing to do. And we're not fans of it. Yeah. I'm not saying that.
I hardly ever. I voted maybe twice on thumbed up or thumbed down things on. And actually, I don't think I've ever thumbed down anything on YouTube. The only time I thumb things up is when I see that thumbs down are overtaking something I like, and I'm like, screw that.
Hobbit.
Hobbit movie. Exactly. Well, the Hobbit movie was just okay.
So the Ghostbusters trailer, I think it's getting a lot of. I think it looks bad. I think it's getting a lot of flack though for what it is. I think there's been worse trailers out there. My thing is, I don't think it's just because there's 4 females doing it. I think there is just nobody wants to see it without the original characters. I think that's a big part of it. I think part of it is also they decide to make it all female, which is fine, but at the same time, it's like, just make good people in it. Can't you just make funny comedians?
Just
female and male?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, the gender shouldn't play a role. That's what I've been told all these years. But, just recast, if you're going to make it, just cast the people that make the best story, and Kristen Wiig is not one of them.
Amy Schumer would have been better.
Well, it would have been.
I would be with Amy Schumer. I heard that they should have gotten Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. I don't know if that would have been as good. I have an issue with that.
I could... Because they at least have that connection that you can see right away. Mm-hmm. That something like, Aykroyd and Murray, kind of have.
I do like Kate McKinnon in
Yeah.
it. I like her. She looks fun.
She was hardly in the
Trailer.
In the trailer, she had like 2 lines in the trailer.
And then Leslie
Jones.
Yes, she looks funny. She looks funny in it.
She looks like she was thrown in there.
My issue is that I hope they don't do the stereotypical thing with her,
Which is what I think they're going to do.
I hope not, but yes. So, and that was about it for the news of the week. Let's just go straight to box office news this week.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Okay, bombs this week. Ratchet and Clank fell 70% in its second week, making only $1.5 million.
It wasn't good to begin with, so 70% is not good.
70%. It was how much last week? About $7.5 million?
No, not even that. Because look,
it's a total of $7 million.
I think it made like $4 million.
$5.5 million and fell 70%.
Yes.
Yeah. I can't do math. That's why I couldn't figure that
Hobie
out. On a budget of $20 million. If you add in the worldwide numbers, though, it gets better. It's up to $9 million.
That's embarrassing. It's made $2 million worldwide. Maybe it didn't open in China yet. That's usually a huge market.
They might like the Ratchet and Clank.
No.
Did it open in Japan?
I have no idea.
They tend to like things based on video games more
It's
than
true.
everybody else.
And Koreans
and Japanese. If it opened there and they're doing that bad, they might be in real trouble.
That's true. I don't think it's going to make its money back.
Well, the good news is they didn't spend a whole lot on advertising. Because I'd really seen like one commercial.
Okay.
All right. Batman v Superman is up to a total of 328 domestically, 865 worldwide. So that first week total that made it look like it was going to knock Avatar out of the top spot didn't happen. Did Star Wars ever take over?
I don't know if it was number one or not.
Is Avatar still number one worldwide?
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope Star Wars took it over, but
I'll look it up. Dev actually from Snake Oil had a really good thing on Facebook. He was talking about why it was not a box office bomb, but it did not do well. Like it was a disappointment, and he broke it down pretty much like marketing and everything else because the budget technically is $415 million. Is what they said.
That's adding in marketing and whatnot? That's not even adding in marketing.
So they said probably with everything, I think they said it was $220 million marketing. So you're around $600 million just for that.
Yeah. So they made like $200 million.
They made money on it.
Yeah.
But they said $1 billion was what their goal was, and they said it would be a disappointment if they didn't hit $1 billion.
But still made money.
Correct.
Now, granted, the percentage of what they spend, the percentage on return was pretty bad.
Here's the issue. It will be a bomb if it doesn't get anybody excited about the future installments.
Yeah.
That's the long-term effect.
They need to see, since Wonder Woman seems to be the universal part of the movie people liked, the Wonder Woman movie now pretty much becomes their linchpin.
Yeah. Go, and I hope it does well.
I hope it does well, too. And
I feel very Captain America-like on it.
Oh,
Arapiece.
Yeah, they're going back in. Well, I'm sorry, I was just thinking back to when we were talking about they shouldn't have even had Wonder Woman in the movie until she shows up for the final fight.
I think it would have worked.
It's like, well, don't introduce her earlier and don't give her computer files to blah blah. And she just shows up because she's somebody who wants to do good.
She's like Sandra Bullock in the net. I'm just going to check the computer.
Yeah, that's
doop.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Aquaman. He's throwing something.
Yeah.
Where'd you get the trident from?
And honestly, they didn't have any after credit scenes.
Mm-mm.
They should have not put the computer files in the middle of the movie.
Yes.
And those should have been after credit scenes.
I agree. That would have been better. Avatar is number one still.
Okay.
2.78. Titanic is 2.18.
Oh, God. They didn't even be Titanic yet?
No. Star Wars is 2.06.
2.0. All right. So it probably looks like it won't take Avatar. But
no.
How did that many people...
It's number one domestically.
Okay.
Avatar was 760 million, and Star Wars was 936.
Where was Titanic in that?
658.
Okay.
Let's see here. Jurassic World is number 4 at 1.67.
I believe that.
And Marvel's The Avengers is number 5, 1.5. Over 1.519. Furious 7 is number 6.
Wow, that's under $1 billion though?
1,516,000,000. Just below Marvel's The Avengers by 3 million. And then Avengers Age of Ultron is number 7, 1.4. And then Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 is 1.3. Frozen, and then Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3?
Frozen?
Even Minions is number 11.
Well, yeah, because honestly, it's mainly because of inflation. The price of the tickets is up. That's why they...
Jurassic Park is number 20 at a little bit over $1 billion.
Yeah, I remember at Pub Trivia we did have a question one time. Oh, I'm trying to remember how it went. I think it was the name like 4 of the top 20 movies or whatever that were not sequels. Or something like that. Because I remember Jurassic Park was one we discussed. We're like, early 90s, I still think things just got higher. But Jurassic Park was one of the, 4 of the 6 that were in the top 20 that were not sequels. Obviously Frozen, as we mentioned.
They said Zootopia is number 31. It will be probably finish up in the top 20, probably around 28.9 or 28. It's probably 29.
Okay.
So
and Batman v Superman.
Well, I guess it's not updated yet. How much is that? 865. Oh, geez. No, never mind. Hold on. Batman v Superman is number 45.
Wow.
They said Alice in Wonderland from 2010 is number 22.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I had heard that did better than I thought it did.
Ugh. Finding Nemo is number 34. So just some fun little facts on worldwide. What else we got, Jeff?
Let's see. Oh, we'll break down this week's top 5. Surprisingly, Captain America: Civil War was number 1 with $181.8 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $250 million.
How long does it take to pass Batman v Superman domestically?
Domestically, Batman v Superman is at...
Nothing comes out next week, really.
So next week it'll probably fall off...
80 to 80.
You mean another 80 million?
It will make about 80 million next week.
I think it might, maybe even a little more.
Maybe a month to pass Batman v Superman.
Probably a month.
Yeah. Jungle Book, the new Jungle Book.
Jungle Book, another 22 million.
It's number 60 all time on domestic.
All right. Total of $285 million on a $175 million budget. So good for the Jungle Book.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, still want to see it. Still looks awesome.
They just
have yet to go good to it.
They just greenlit a sequel to it.
Not a fan of that necessarily. Just because it's successful doesn't mean a sequel is needed or even logical.
Is it Fox? I think it's Fox. How do they, or it might be Warner Brothers, how do they justify the Andy Serkis directed Jungle Book in 2 years? Why would you try to put...
doing another one?
A separate one, obviously.
Live action?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
They might... has it already been filmed?
It was pushed back.
So it's already been filmed?
No. It hasn't been filmed yet.
Cancel it.
It was Andy Serkis' first directed film.
I feel bad for Andy Serkis. I wish him well if he wants to get into the directing realm because I really respect his acting and stuff. But
you got to cancel that.
You got to if you haven't already started production on it.
I don't understand how you could justify that because say in 2 years it comes out, everybody's going to be like, why the fuck am I going to see this?
Yeah,
I just saw it, and this isn't the sequel.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea. That might be a bad idea.
There we go. If we are looking for our bad idea of the week. All right. Number 3 this week, Mother's Day. $9 million. Everyone took mom to see that. Or at least enough people so it made $9 million.
Fuck you, Gary Marshall.
Total of $21 million on a $25 million budget. Still looking forward to Labor Day when that one comes out.
Oh, God, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be hilarious.
The Huntsman, Winter's War, made $3.6 million. Total of $40.5 million On a budget of $115 million.
It's not going to make money.
No.
I don't think he's getting a sequel, a third one.
Yeah, I don't think this one should have been made.
What's up with the trilogy, though? I need to know how it ends.
Well, you can just watch that when you find out how the Golden Compass trilogy ends.
Maybe Andy Serkis would direct the new Huntsman. Different studio.
Yeah.
Different story.
Keanu made another $3 million. Total of $15 million on a $50 million budget.
He'll make a profit.
He'll make a profit. I'd like to see Key and Peele do a profit there.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see the movie, but I doubt I'll make it in time.
I was going to see it this week. I just did not get to it.
Yeah, like I said, Jungle Book is actually ranked ahead of it on what's out there now I want to see. So,
and Mother's Day.
And Mother's Day. Yeah, I'm all over that. All right, upcoming May 13th, we got Money Monster.
Is that like Cookie Monster?
That's the George Clooney,
Julia
Roberts, directed by Jodie Foster. He's doing some hand-to-the-mouth thing like he does whenever we mention Julia Roberts. Looks interesting. I won't see it in the theater. I might catch it on HBO or something.
Reminds me of
I'll watch it for free.
It looks like it's good enough to be free. Insulting language in our next podcast. Yeah. I feel like it's a mix between The Big Short and Ocean's 11 somehow. I don't know.
Somehow.
I just feel like it's all going to be combined.
Ocean's 11 meets The Big Short.
I feel like that's what's going to happen.
And also opening The Darkness.
It's a horror movie. Cheap one.
Oh, okay. So one I plan on never watching.
Yes.
But the question I have is the soundtrack by The Darkness.
Now that would be cool.
I believe nothing comes.
I want that to be coming into the intense part of the movie. They're in the house together.
They're creeping around.
I feel
like... I believe nothing comes. Oh, I got the dog's attention on that one.
Oh, yeah. So, neither of them are going to do well.
Okay. Buy, sell this week. Buy or sell Chris Evans.
Buy.
He's probably very expensive right now.
Still buying.
I might have to wait till, Snowpiercer 2 comes out and then buy.
Got a long time to wait.
But, man, those abs.
Chris Evans abs.
Probably got to buy.
He's going into directing, too, a lot. His new one that he directed came out.
Oh, when we buy sell, do we get the directing business
everything.
Too? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'd rather him spend more time acting and so he can see his beautiful abs than directing.
They're going to say you wish he spent more time working out.
No.
Evans, you're getting a little flabby there. Let's get some workout going.
No, we need him acting. We need him to be on screen because otherwise, if he's behind the camera, we don't get to see him.
What wins in a face-off? Chris Evans abs? Chris Pratt abs? Oh, I'm going to say Evans.
Well, it all depends on what you consider winning.
We all win.
Because Chris Pratt's abs are getting bigger now.
Ooh. Why?
Because he's not working out as much and he's going back to being fat.
Okay.
He said it was fun being fit and having that or not, but he had much more fun in his life being heavier.
He better start working out again. He's in Guardians 2 that's filming now.
Probably, when he's done filming, I think he'll say. Or they just won't show his abs as much.
Maybe.
He'll just be wearing his jacket.
But when he's the new Indiana Jones?
He's not hired for that yet.
Oh, yeah. Harrison Ford is the only Indiana Jones, they said.
Yeah.
That's great.
Until he comes out of the Fountain of Youth as someone else.
Let's do a linchpin franchise with a 79-year-old man. That's a good idea.
Who apparently likes to fly planes, so you never know when
what's
one of those is crashing.
That or not wearing a jacket? I'm not sure what's worse. Not sure which is worse.
Well, but Harrison Ford's always wearing a jacket.
Oh, that's true.
Indiana Jones is this leather jacket all the time.
Unless Mutt takes it. Oh, I gotta love Mutt.
That Mutt.
He's a rascal. Also, just a quick thing, we're on nerdly.co.uk for you British listeners.
We are, so listen to us. Or tell your British friends where they can find us.
Yes. Cheerio, chaps. We're also on weebiegeekspc.com for the American and for everyone, actually. It's worldwide webs.
I can never remember the PC part, so when I was guesting over there on Graphic Novice, I'm like, Weebie Geeks, Google it. You can find Weebie Geeks on Google.
Is your episode out yet?
Oh, it's out.
Is it? I gotta listen to it.
You do gotta listen.
I did not know that was out yet.
I think it came out, dropped like last Thursday or Friday.
A little bit behind.
Oh, I have to say, as much fun as it was to do, VF disappointed me. Because in the introduction, which I wasn't on the line for, he started to say, and we have from the History of Bad Ideas, Jeff Now.
Oh!
And I was like, oh, crush.
Well, we all know who the bigger star is.
I know.
Blake.
I shot through the heart.
And you're to blame. I'm to blame.
And you're to blame. Yeah.
I give love a bad name. Yes, so also we're on Tangent Bound Network, Wicked Radio Network. We're on Danger Entertainment.
Danger.
Ooh. And
you can get us on the internet
Geek Life Radio.
Geek Life Radio. Geek Life!
10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central on geekliferadio.com on Fridays. So
Yay!
check us out. And also, if you like us, go to iTunes and please give us some likes. We don't really push that, but we do appreciate it. It does help us on iTunes.
We do appreciate it. Yeah, because apparently some of our friends are getting what they were new and noteworthy a couple months ago. Now they're hot and trending.
Well, Neil is always hot.
Well, that's true.
He's glistening.
They went from new and noteworthy to hot and trending. So
big news in a couple weeks. Neil is coming on the show.
Neil C.
You know, I love when Neil comes. So it's going to be great. It's going to be bowling balls of fun. I'm just saying. Annalise can come on too. I mean, I have no issue. She's it was a package deal that they both invited.
Both, but Neil, I don't think wants to bring her along. I think they like to talk together on their show, but separate when they do other people's shows.
I feel like Neil might be his ego. He might tell her, "Get back in the room, woman." I think I could see that. I could see that. Neil seems like he's very aggressive.
Yeah, Neil seems like he's very much stuck in the 1940s way of life.
Neil's not very progressive at all. Not at all. No.
Apparently he's given up sugar.
Well, he is pretty sweet. He doesn't need any more.
And on with that, I think it's time for our top 5. Top 5 in honor of the new Captain America Civil War. Our top 5 is going to be top 5 favorite Marvel film characters.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Marvel characters that made their way to the big screen.
I have to admit, Dolph Lundgren's up there as Punisher. It's a tough one.
Dolph Lundgren's Punisher. I liked, what's his name's Captain America?
Reb Brown.
Reb Brown's Captain America.
It's a good one. It is a good one.
He just fell on honorable mention for me, though.
Yeah, everybody loves Reb Brown. Well, Jeff, you can go first. What's your number 5?
We'll go first. My number 5, my 5 favorite film character in the Marvel persuasion, Phil Coulson.
He's my number 4.
Is he?
Yes.
Well,
I feel like there's going to be a quick top 5.
Yeah, I think we're going to be marking a bunch of people's off, but Phil Coulson made my number 5.
Why?
I love that he just started out as a background character. And was he in first Iron Man?
Yes.
He was in the first Iron Man, but then just each time he just had a little bit more to do. And, I think in Thor was his real big thing. And then he pops up in the Avengers. And when Pepper Potts says, "Oh, Phil," is like, "What, Phil? What do you call?" No, his first name is Agent.
Yeah, I watched that episode, that part last night.
So, and then, they kill him off in the Avengers and then resurrect him for the television show, which I think I enjoy his character on there.
I do enjoy his character on there.
And it gives, Clark Gregg is just a fun actor that it gives him, the television show gives him more to do because obviously he wasn't going to be.
I feel like outside of the guy the douche that played Hugo Weaving that played Red Skull.
Yeah.
a lot of the actors that are doing these shows, the Marvel films, they realize, one, this is a moneymaker. Two, they actually seem to enjoy it. And it might be because it is a moneymaker and it's a sure thing, but it's like, how many of them usually quit? Fucking stay on!
Yeah, oh, well, they tend to make them multi-movie deals, so...
Well, Hugo Weaving signed a huge deal, too, a three picture deal? Yeah, and he was out after the first one because he bitched. He didn't want to do it. So Marvel's like, I don't care, go away.
Yeah, Red Skull we don't even need to bring back ever again.
Well, even if you did, you can put anyone under the mask.
Well, that's true. No, it's not a mask. It's a skull. It's his actual skull. He's not wearing a mask. It's
but outside of the douche, there's not many that have been, all of them seem to have enjoyed it and come back and do cameos. And I know they sign contracts, but it takes a lot for some of them to sign those contracts. Chris Evans didn't want to do a 9-picture deal. He signed a 7.
Yeah.
So,
and he may still end up doing more, but
I would be surprised if he didn't. Yeah. Let's see here. My number 5, you're going to kill me. I really like the character.
Okay.
Bullseye. I love Bullseye from Daredevil.
Oh, wow.
It is a fun character.
Well, that one does not take any off my list. That wasn't coming close to taking any off my list.
I love the character of Bullseye in it. Colin Farrell is awesome as it.
Oh, man.
I would say Colin Firth. That would be awesome.
Colin Firth probably would have been better.
No. It is a fun character. I want a costume. I love it when he says that.
Oh, and I hated the fact that they had the bullseye carved into his forehead.
Great.
No.
Just a quick thing on the Bullseye thing. I did like in Captain America Civil War, when they say to Hawkeye, I thought you retired. I played golf. Got 18 holes in ones.
Yeah, that was funny. Got 18 holes in ones. Wasn't much of a challenge.
Number 4 for me was Phil Coulson. Who's your number 4?
My number 4 is Black Panther.
Wow! After one showing,
one movie, seeing the one, like I said, his story was what I thought really was the forefront. I mean, I know it was mainly the Winter Soldier continuation, but I am just so intrigued in seeing more Black Panther that after just one watching of this new movie, he's made my top 5 characters that I really want to see more from.
I want to see Wakanda. I'm intrigued by that. Yeah, that's impressive. And I like how they made him move in it, too. Very nimble-like. And
yeah. Oh, yeah. Looked cat-like.
Yeah.
And I mean, it didn't look cartoony or anything, so it really
It's a kick-ass uniform, too.
And it's bulletproof.
Yeah. Let's see. My number 3, Black Widow. Black Widow.
Did we skip my number 3?
Oh, sorry. What was your number 3?
My number 3 is Falcon.
Oh, okay. I do like Falcon.
And I, as being a a Captain America sidekick, he really has his own voice and his own characterization in the movies, and each movie, even the stupid throwaway scene that he was in Ant-Man, was pretty amusing, and I really think Anthony Mackie is a great choice to play him.
I did like when they first introduced him when Captain America was riding around.
Oh, yeah.
On the right. Really? Come on!
But okay, yeah, Falcon was my number 3.
Number 3 for me was Black Widow.
That's my number 2.
Okay! Especially in this last one, I really loved her character. She's a kick-ass performer. I like how she goes from the spy, kick-ass, to the politician type, the political. And Scarlett Johansson just does a great job in it.
Yeah, she does.
So I want a Scarlett Johansson Black Widow film.
I heard that they are like a rumor that they said they're going to do it.
They finally realized. Hey.
Yeah, and I don't know how much of her own stunts or fight scenes Scarlett Johansson does, but even if it's very little, whoever her fight double is incredibly good.
Yes,
and should get praise. I mean, just her fighting in this newest movie was...
I thought in Iron Man 2 she did almost all of it.
It's very possible.
And so I don't know if that has continued.
But I mean, if she's doing these stunts and these fight moves, I mean, that was impressive. I mean, it's Ray Park level fighting style.
without being cut in half.
Well, yeah.
My number 2 is I Hobied it.
Oh, you damn Hobier.
Star-Lord.
Okay.
And the whole Guardians of the Galaxy.
All right.
I love them as a team.
I can putting them together as one.
I wanted to not do just a one film group, like, one character from one film, because I thought they needed to grow. But I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think they all work together. I love Raccoon and Groot, how they coexist.
I am Groot.
I love Star-Lord in it, and just everything is great. They work as a team. It's a very Star Wars-esque feel. As I hit the mic, I get that excited about them, and I can't wait for Guardians of the Galaxy too. So that's my number 2. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Black Widow.
Oh, what's your number 1?
My number 1 is probably what I think is the greatest character that came out of all Marvel
The
movies.
Blob?
No. The Blob. Wow, no.
We didn't have X-Men. We didn't have X-Men.
No, we didn't have X-Men. Loki.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's a good one. I can't complain about that.
I thought, just the way Tom Hiddleston played him. I mean, when you get a compelling villain who pretty much the main villain of 3 of the movies that drove 3 of their movies.
And he's going to be in Fraggle Rock, so that's going to be a 4th.
Is he going to be the villain in Fraggle Rock?
He's one of them. He's not going to be the main. I think they team up and actually help.
Because that's kind of what he did in Dark World, was they teamed up. But then, of course, being Loki, he has his own agenda.
How do you not bring him back for more after this?
Well, they will. But I'm just like, does Thor realize he's not dead?
I don't think he does.
Yeah. I mean, because he's posing on the throne now, isn't he?
Yes.
That's how the Dark World ended, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that was on this weekend, too. I feel like that is the main reason to see the Thor movies.
Oh, yeah.
And the new one, the main reason is Loki and the Hulk. Because I want to see Hulk and Thor team up. And I like Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner.
And you want to see Hulk smash Loki around again and say,
that
puny
awesome.
God.
Puny God. It is funny to see. I was watching Avengers last night. It is funny to see, like, the scope of everything. Like, Loki is the bad guy. And then you, like, Ultron, you have, like, a bigger, like, it's bigger. And it's like, I know it's gotten bigger in each one. Like, Captain America was all of them. And now it's like, you go back to Avengers, like, it's just Loki. Why can't we just beat him up? Why is he so difficult? And I did like the scene in Avengers I was watching when he does the Loki pokey stick and he hits Tony Stark.
Oh, yeah.
Bow. Wait a minute.
And then he hitting his
performance
chest,
issues? That happens.
I've got an army. We've got a Hulk.
Hulk. Smash. Number 1 for me? No surprise. Captain America.
I'm surprised.
You thought it was going to be Hawkeye.
I thought it was going to be Spider-Man.
Shut up. No.
Well,
I love what Chris Evans has done as Captain America. I love the Captain America in the comic books anyways. I feel like he's innocent enough.
I think that's where we differ. I love what Chris Evans has done to Captain America. I never liked him in the comics.
I don't like when he goes to space and all that shit.
Oh, I hate that
I like
shit.
his political stuff back in the day.
But I always liked the Avengers when Cap wasn't in them. I liked him better. But the movies and with Chris Evans, I'll agree that is a great character.
Language. I just feel like he does the naive part good, but he also is the leader. And he looks like, yep, he was a soldier. This is what he's doing, He's leading. I don't know. And I feel like I buy into him being friends with the Winter Soldier a lot. Because if that dynamic doesn't work between Sebastian Stan and Chris Evans, it loses the films.
Oh, it definitely will.
And they fit together. Him and Anthony Mackie fit together. Him and Black Widow, even in Winter Soldier, great.
No, that's what, like I said, the 3 on my list here were pretty much his partners.
Yeah.
Falcon and Black Widow were pretty much the 2 people who fought alongside of him in
Can we do Hawkeye Black Widow together?
If they're doing a Black Widow, they need to hook up the Hawkeye story to it or something. Even if, it throws in flashbacks, I really need to know what was in their past. I want to know the red on her ledger.
Yes. So that was about it. There's my top 5.
Any honorable mentions?
No, not really. I like Hawkeye. I don't think they've done enough with him yet.
Yeah,
I like the character in the comic book better.
Yeah, and then like I said, I threw Black Panther on there mainly because of how I think I see it going.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, yeah, it was one movie where he's
going to be
the fourth major character in the movie
after Infinity. What is it?
Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah,
or Infinity War.
Yeah, whatever. They said they're going to rename them. The Avengers Infinity War movies.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. But do you think after that, because they're going to do a new Avengers after that.
Yeah.
You got to get a whole new cast or a new lineup. Do you think he's the leader? Black Panther?
I don't know.
I think it's Panther. I think Strange, Doctor Strange is in there. I still say Vision will probably be there.
You think Ant-Man and Wasp will be in it?
I don't know. And you figure Scarlet Witch. I mean, I'm just trying to go through them.
Yeah.
You got Panther, Doctor Strange, Vision, Ant-Man / Wasp, and Scarlet Witch. You got Ms. Marvel, too.
Oh, yeah, but God, they already... Didn't they postpone or
No, that's
delay?
coming out in between the two Avengers now.
Is it?
Or the two Infinity Wars.
Yeah, okay. I thought they were delaying doing it.
No, they kept it. They said you actually...
Oh, that's right. They took... Since they took
Inhumans.
Inhumans out, they still have the slot open.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got Ms. Marvel, Panther, Doctor Strange. Maybe Vision does go away? You know what? I could see Ant-Man and Wasp not being included because you could have the male love interest of Vision and Scarlet Witch then.
Yeah.
Not to double it up. You could also just have
That's
Wasp.
the problem is I don't know if I really want to see...
Paul Bettany and...
I don't want to see Vision's courting ritual.
Yeah.
It's
weird seeing him in a sweater.
But oh my God, that drove me crazy. I'm like, it's just wearing normal clothes, and it's like, I suppose he would.
Christmas at the Avengers Complex.
But it's like, you're a robot. You just can make whatever clothes you want. Why are you wearing a Christmas sweater?
I know he has in the comics, but the cape really bothers me.
Cape don't bother me. Actually, I
don't
think...
go near a plane.
I think he would look worse without the cape.
Maybe.
But, that's why they put him in khakis and a sweater.
Vision, fashion consultant.
Now, honorable mention, though, I do have to throw out Deadpool.
Okay.
He's just not that... I love My Hero's Heroic, and he's a great character, but he's not the heroic character. I'd like to see what they're going to do in Deadpool 2, especially... I want to see them try to make Cable exciting.
Yeah. I want his pockets. I want to see how many pockets he has.
Yeah, they better give him
this
pockets.
This one's for a battery. This one's for another battery. This one's for my roll of film. You have roll of film in the future? Yes. I did think it was, just a side note, on Scarlet Witch. Ashley Olsen, is it?
Yes.
Okay. I think...
No, Elizabeth
Olsen.
Not Ashley.
Yeah. Elizabeth has acting skills.
Yes.
I kept thinking every time they showed Elizabeth Olsen as Scarlet Witch, and she's moving her hand with the magic powers and the red ball. I keep picturing them filming it, and everyone else is fighting, and she's just moving her arms in the set.
Whoosh,
yeah, on the set. Like, the actual real life, everyone's like pretending to fight, and she's like, look, I'm moving my arms like a ventriloquist. Look at me!
Well, if it makes you feel better, every time they do Hawkeye, he's just acting like he's shooting.
True. He's just acting like
he's like got his bow and just going through the motion. And I think every arrow is actually digitally inserted.
I do like the Saturday Night Live when they had Hawkeye, and it was Jeremy Renner actually played Hawkeye, and he was with the other Avengers, and they're like, okay, what weapons you got? I got my bow and arrow. That's it? Yeah, I'm all out. What? Oh, I brought 11 arrows. I shot them all. What do you want me to do? I'm going home.
So he's just got his bow. He's out of arrows. I brought 11.
Captain America's like, really? He's like, well, you just got a shield.
You got a shield? I got a bow. What's the... You throw your shield?
So
I did not see that one.
That was pretty funny. Let's see. So there's your Hobie episode of the week. Blake will be back next week.
Your Hobie episode of the week.
Yes.
episode of The Week.
Blake will be back next week.
Hooray. And guarantee we'll have some Game of Thrones talking then.
Oh, can't wait.
Since I almost sent Jason to the couch just to speak with you listeners about Game of Thrones.
Oh, I can't wait.
But,
time out. Let me do Dev.
I'll just put it this way. What Blake has been looking forward to for like 2 seasons, they showed this week.
Walking trees?
No walking trees. The Tower of Joy. They had a scene showing the Tower of Joy, so Blake probably had a multiple orgasm watching it.
Yeah. I was so excited.
That and, spoiler alert, Return of Rick and Stark.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about that. I was waiting to talk to you about that.
Yes.
It was pretty exciting.
You saw it, right? You watched that episode?
Yeah, I did.
Loved it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
What did you think about Jon Snow?
Why is he awake?
Well, because the Red Woman...
he was only mostly dead. mostly dead. I did get my Entertainment Weekly this week.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, thanks. Because it says the 2-year plot line of bringing Jon Snow from death to back to life. And it's like, it's only happened 1 week. Like, out.
2 year? You mean 2 week plot line?
No. They said they've been planning for 2 years. And
okay, planning.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But,
okay.
But it was just kind of funny. It was like, well, if I'm like any type behind on Game of Thrones, like even a week, it's like, well, thanks, fuckers, they're right on the cover. Spoiler.
Oh, well, they do spoil shit on the cover.
They do.
Even if you're...
But it was just kind of like, thanks, asshole.
Yeah, they Entertainment Weekly does do spoil. Oh, God, I probably haven't read Entertainment Weekly in 6 months.
I still get it for free somehow. So I'll take it.
Yeah. We used to get it with our Coke points until Coke points restructured how you can use them, and we can't get it now, so it's like...
Because you bought a fighter jet. You ruined it for everybody.
I didn't buy the fighter jet. I thought that was cool that the guy bought enough for the fighter jet, but they were stupid to think someone wouldn't try it.
No, never in this day and age. Bodie McBoatface.
Yeah, all I want is a subscription to a magazine. I mean, really, Coke Points, can't you just give me a subscription to a magazine? A magazine I want to read.
Reader's Digest.
I'd take Reader's Digest.
Farmer's Almanac?
Nah, probably not.
It's going to be a cold winter somewhere. Next week we'll be talking about Bodie McBoatface too.
Really?
Yeah, fuckers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we need Blake for that.
So, bad idea this week. Number 192. Making Jungle Book movie, live action, from another studio, not Disney.
2 years after Disney makes it, remaking it.
Yeah. Let's not do that.
It's going to leave a bad taste. You're going to lose money.
I don't think it's going to get made.
It shouldn't.
No. Sorry, Andy Serkis.
Maybe if they thought this one bombed, they might say, okay, we'll do it right.
After making this much, it's not.
No, and Jon Favreau directed it, right? Yeah, he's got a little string of movies there that have been pretty good.
Andy Serkis go back to being a damn dirty ape.
No, actually, that's one of my least favorite roles of his.
I DVR'd the second ape movie, so Dawn of the... whatever it is.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
Was that it?
I think so.
I don't remember.
Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really excited about it. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History